Okay, so my battery went dead yesterday, and I had to charge it, and it seemed to have taken forever. So I'm starting over this morning. Not really starting over, I'm just starting from where I kind of left off yesterday. So I've already fed the cows, hadn't fed the hungry goats yet. But I wanted to show you my chicken and my biddies. So this is a Sussex hen, and she laid a bunch of eggs and decided she was going to be broody. So she hatched out 12, I think, chicks. Well, I think she's got 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so she's got 7 left. They're supposed to be Sussex, but we really don't know because we have black sex links here, and we have golden comets, which the golden comets are hens. So obviously, this is a golden comet rooster. Golden comet is a hybrid, and it's a mix between a white leghorn and, I can't remember. Rhode Island Red, I think, but I'm not positive. Don't hold me to that. Can't exactly remember. But anyway, I got a rooster out of that group. So I've got different roosters, so I'm not quite sure. I'm hoping that maybe this is Sussex, but I'm not positive. So we'll just take what we get. The roos will go to the sale, and we'll sell those, and then the hens will keep those, obviously. It's my guineas, they're done. I just fed them some corn, so they're all hovered around. So today is Get Feed Day. Larry works in Newberry. He's about 30 miles away. And there's a feed mill that's in Newberry. And so, I don't know what my camera's doing here. So anyway, I will call him today or text him and let him know to get feed. There's Molly Moo. I did get her trough put up yesterday, so she's a happy girl. I'm a happy girl because I don't have to use my little grabber to try to fish the trough over to me so I can put her food in there. She's almost done. She's always fast. She's a fast eater, which means I have to be a fast milker. There's no time wasted when I go into the stall to try to milk. So today we're going to need some commodity because we're empty. The commodity feeds the cows and the goats. It's like an all stock, but it has some molasses and corn in it, so it's very good for the milk cow. It's got a lot of protein in it. And here's my cracked corn. We're gonna need some of that because the barrel is almost empty. And we're gonna need some layer crumbles. That's for the birds. That's for the quail and the pheasants. And we're almost empty of the layer pellets. I feed my chickens the layer pellets. They can eat the pellets. Obviously, the quail can't eat pellets because they're pretty large. So quail can't grab a hold of that and eat it. So we do the pellets. And I think we have enough. I hope we have enough starter grower for the meat chickens. I'm planning on butchering them this Saturday, so hopefully we'll have enough to go through then and I don't have to buy another bag or two. That stuff's not cheap this time. It normally runs, I would say, probably around $12 to $13 a bag. Now it's running almost $16, so of course I've got more money into my meat chickens this time. But still, normally I'll only have about anywhere from $4 to $6 in a bird. So, and the birds dress out 6 to 9 pounds, so it's not too bad once you break it down. I'm gonna go ahead and feed up these creatures in here. It's my quail and my pheasants. Give them just a little bit there. They're not hungry, so of course, but they would lead you to believe they're hungry. They come quickly when I start pouring. So go ahead and feed these quail while I'm passing through. But I really just wanted to show you the biddies, the chicks. We call them biddies around here. I laugh and say city folk call them chicks. Country folk call them biddies. Same thing. So, anyway, feed bill. My feed bill normally runs me pretty close to $100 a week. So that's about $400 a month. I mean, when you've got animals and they've got to eat, and if you're feeding them, now these things right here, we're not feeding them to eat. But when you're feeding quail and pheasants and meat chickens and cows to eat, I mean, you've got to put money into it. You can't not feed them and expect to get anything out of them. So the goats I got because I love goats. Even though they're aggravating, I do love them. They like to make a lot of mess here. Magnet, get out of there. There. Magnet likes to eat out of the bucket. He's a bucket kind of kid. I don't like him to eat out of the bucket because he gets his head stuck. And then I've got to try to pry the bucket off of him. But anyway, they seem to be happy. I got goats so that they can kind of keep the place down. As far as the grass, of course, you know, I mow it with the lawnmower in the pasture because they can't keep the grass down because they lay up in the barn waiting on this sweet feed and corn every day, twice a day. And so they don't eat the grass like they need to eat the grass. Do y'all hear me? I'm fussing. Y'all don't eat the grass. I have to mow it with the lawnmower. We're going to move some fences. I've got some fence in the back barn pasture right here that is in pretty rough shape. And so I'm going to take some fence down that's in the backyard. We put up for the summer so we could go vacationing, which we didn't really do. You don't really vacation when you have a farm. So I'm going to take that fence back down and I'm going to put it around my barn pasture back here. It's in pretty rough shape. It's been here 12 years. And the cows have mashed it down, and I've replaced all the fencing up here. So this will be the fencing back there towards the wood line. Yes, ma'am? May I help you? Okay. It's just a strip, small strip, so that's on my agenda to do. Everybody seems happy this morning. Meat birds seem very happy. I've already fed them. I fed them before I got on this morning because it's difficult to hold this camera and try to wrangle 40 birds to try to feed. So we've got our barn pasture. I call it the barn pasture because that's where the milking barn is. And then I've got a middle pasture that the cows are shut off from right now because I've just planted it with some winter grass. It's the ryegrass. It's not winter rye. It's just grass that grows in the winter. So there is a difference between winter rye and regular rye. I just get it from Tractor Supply. And so I've planted that. And before the rain came the other day, the little bit that we did get, I put a little fertilizer to it. So I'm hoping it's going to jump. Because I'm already having to start feed hay to my cows, and I'm not liking that too much because if we have a rough winter, which the persimmon seed says we're going to have a rough winter, then I'm going to run out of hay. So I'm hoping that this is going to come on up and I can put them over into this pasture. And then I have a front pasture. So I've got 3 pastures, and I want to be able to rotate them this winter. But I've got a front pasture, and it's looking even better, which is good because I can keep them locked off from here for the majority of the time. If we keep getting a little bit of moisture in the ground, it'll grow. So you see, I got good patches of grass. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's probably 5 or 6 inches high. Looks real lush out here. Let's go out here and look. This is out near the little shelter. It's not a barn, it's just a shelter. I like for my cows to be in out of the rain and the weather. Precipitating weather, snow, which we don't get very often, thank heavens. But this is looking really, really lush here. So, it's looking good. I wish my whole pasture looked like this, honestly. Gosh. Hopefully it will soon. So, anyway, that's the tour of the 3 pastures. I've got some fence posts here in this pasture. Actually, in all 3 pastures that's rotten, so I'm going to have to try to replace all of those. Came across a good deal on Marketplace that I think they're $14 for a post, and they're almost $20 at Tractor Supply. So I'm going to try to save up enough money that I can get some posts and replace some of these wood posts. These are cedar posts, and they're rotten. So if the cows wanted to get out, they sure could. They don't want to. They know they got it made here. One day I came out, one morning I came out to feed, and the wind had blown very, very hard that night and blew the gate open. And the cows were just standing there with big eyes like, I know I'm not supposed to go through that gate, so somebody better hurry up and shut that thing. So, anyway, alright, well, I'm done with the morning chores this morning. I wanted to show you the few things that we missed yesterday, introducing to the animals, especially the chicks, because they are going to grow very quickly and obviously won't be chicks very long, biddies. Thanks for watching.